Solving proportions. When solving a proportion, you can use cross multiplication. And so when you cross multiply, what you do is you're going to multiply the denominator of one fraction to the numerator of the other fraction. So let's look at an example to see how this works. So example 1, a welder has two similar jobs of welding support gussets. One order is 2.5 times bigger than the other. If one job for 20 support gussets took about 25 hours to complete, how long will it take for the welder to weld 50 support gussets then? So we could solve this problem multiple ways, but we're going to solve this one through a proportion. And all this is when we cross multiply, what we're doing is we are taking the denominator of one and we're multiplying by of the numerator of the other. And then we would take the denominator of this one and we multiply it by the numerator of the other number. So we see that there's 20 support gussets that took 25 hours. So now we're looking to weld 50 now, and how long will that take? And that's what we're asking for x. So how we do that is we would multiply what's in yellow, or people also like to call this the butterfly, where you multiply across. So the first one would be 20 times x, and then you keep the equal sign, and then you go 25 times 50. Then you just solve for x, which we've done before. So let's first go ahead and reduce this. We have 20x is equal to, we'll get our calculators out, 25 times 50, which is equal to 1,250. Then, in order to solve for x, we go ahead and we divide out the 20 on both sides. So go divide by 20, and we get 62.5. And this is for hours. Now, let's look at another example. Example 2. A welder has a steel bar that is 96 inches long. The welder can cut 8 pieces from the bar. If the welder has an additional 136 inches of steel bar, how many additional pieces can be cut for the job? So the first thing we're doing is we're saying we have a bar that's going to say 96 inches. And we can cut that 7 times to make 8 pieces. So that's what we're doing. Is 8 pieces can come from this. So we would just go ahead and chop it up. And then we went here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we would have 8 pieces. So this is how we would do the cuts. Like this represents a cut. What we're saying is now, what if we have another piece that is 136 inches long? So how many pieces can we cut from this? So what we can do is use a proportion. So we would say there's 8 pieces that can be cut from 96-inch bar. So we're saying how many pieces can be cut from 136 inches? So we're just going to set this up as a proportion problem. There's other ways to solve for it, but this is how we'll solve for it in this problem. So we're going to go ahead and use the cross multiplication. We would go 8 times 136, and then we'd multiply the 96 times x. Or you can always think of the butterfly. You're multiplying across. So the first thing we can do is go 8 times 136, which is equal to 96 times x. What I would do then next, is to multiply that out. So we would get 8 times 136, and we get 1,088. So 1088 is equal to 96x. Then we're going to go ahead and divide by 96 on both sides. This gets rid of it on the right hand side and we're left with x. So then we take our number divided by 96 and it gives us 11.33. So we would say that this welder could really cut just 11 more additional pieces from the 136-inch bar, and he would have some leftovers, as the 0.33 is a fraction of the bar that we were hoping to attain of a full one.